Welcome back to Talk Culotta. On today's show, we have the NFL playoff machine. I will take on a task that many have done before, which is predict every NFL game in week 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, and then lay out the playoff picture, and we will pick from there. The Army-Navy game is tonight. It's America's game. The Dallas Cowboys are not America's team, however. And on today's show, presented by CodedCollection.com, that's CodedCollection.com, the official merchandise of Talk Culotta and of Boot Crew Media. You need to go to CodedCollection.com right now. Use the code Culotta10, that's CULOTTA10, to get 10% off your purchase. You can only use it once, so choose wisely and choose Coded Collection merchandise, the official 504 area code merchandise. They also have 617 and 603 area code merchandise for our friends up north in Boston, New Hampshire, and the surrounding areas. But if you're in NOLA and you're listening to Talk Culotta, get the 504 stuff. It's all good. And on today's show, we have the greatest math wizard of all time, Patrick Steen. Young Steen, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
Well, thanks for joining us. Let's get after it. Let's make some picks. So I'm going to share the screen here. We don't even need your math wizardry because ESPN is kind enough to do it for us.
Awesome.
All right, so here I go. The Vikings beat the Steelers. Next game, Falcons. I got them over the Panthers. I'm taking the Ravens over the Browns. I'm taking the Seahawks over the Texans. I'm taking the Chiefs over the Raiders. I'm taking the Saints over the Jets. The Titans over the Jaguars. And I'm going to do a little switcheroo here. I'm going to take the Washington football team over the Dallas Cowboys. Thoughts on that, Steen?
I like it.
Okay. I'm going Broncos over Lions. Chargers over Giants. Bengals over 49ers. I'm taking the Bills to beat the Bucs. Taking the Packers to beat the Bears. And I am going to take the Rams over the Cardinals. Anything you would switch?
Probably go Bucs over Bills, but that's about it.
Okay. I'm thinking the upset, and I just realized that all of these are highlighting the favorites already, so it's not much clicking that I had to do there. But so those are my picks for Week 14 tomorrow. Let's go to the next week. 15. I'm going to take – how many wins would that be in a row for the Chiefs if they were to win this week?
Like 8?
5?
I
think it's 5.
5? Okay. Well, I know that they're hot,
So it would either be 5 or 6 in Week 14 if they win, which I got to give myself a pat on the back, Steen. I predicted that in a podcast like 5 weeks ago.
There you go.
I'm not right all the time, but I was right that time. It's going to be tough for them to win 6 in a row, but you know what? I'm taking them over the Chargers there. Browns and Raiders. I'm going to take the Browns. Colts over Patriots. I'm taking it. I'm taking the upset. Bills over Panthers. Yes. Dolphins over Jets. Yes. Washington football team against the Eagles. I picked Washington to beat the Cowboys, but I can see them losing this game for whatever reason. So I'm going to take Philly. Cardinals over Lions. Tie. They think that's going to be a tie. They think the Texans and the Jaguars are going to tie. No, I'll take Trevor Lawrence there. Cowboys over Giants. Yes. Titans over Steelers. No, I'm taking Steelers. Bengals over Broncos. Yes. 49ers over Falcons. Yes. I think the Ravens are going to finish strong. I think they're going to take the Packers. Who you got in that game?
I pretty much agree with everything, but I would take the Packers here.
Okay. Seahawks Rams. I'm taking the Rams. Saints, Bucs. I think the Bucs are going to win. I hate to say it, but I do. And Vikings are going to finish strong. So, yes, they will beat the Bears. Week 16, Titans over 49ers. No, I'm taking the 49ers. Browns over Packers. I will take Green Bay. Colts over Cardinals. I'll take the Cardinals. Falcons over Lions. Sure. No. Yeah, sure. Why not? Debo Jones. I'll take Debo on that one. Man, it's crazy that the Lions are so bad, huh? Especially with such a good running back like DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, they're awful. So, I don't know. What are they, like 1-10 or something? Or
yes, they're 1-10.
1-10.
Okay. Bucs over Panthers. Yes. Taking the Bengals over the I don't know. Who you got there? I'll let you pick that one. Ravens or Bengals in week 16?
I'll go Baltimore.
Okay. Chargers over Texans. Yes. Rams over Vikings. No, I'm taking the Vikings. Bills over Patriots. I'm taking the Bills. Who would you take there?
Probably the Bills.
Jaguars, Jets. Gosh, it seems like these terrible teams are like playing each other a bunch of times in a row in these last couple of weeks. You know what? I'll take the Jets. Giants, Eagles. Who you got?
Eagles.
Okay, I'll take the Eagles. Seahawks, Bears. Who you got? Seahawks? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Steelers, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Dude, I'm taking the Chiefs again. I mean, I think they're going to win like 7 straight, I guess, at this point. I got to give them a loss eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos, Raiders. Who you got? Teddy or Derek?
I'll go with the home team.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Raiders.
Oh, okay. Week 16, last 2 games, Cowboys, Washington. We gave the win to Washington for this week. So in week 16, I'll give it to the boys. And Saints over Dolphins. Yes, that's a Monday night game.
It is.
Week 17, Bills over Packers. Yes. Bears or Giants?
I guess Giants.
Yeah, I'll take the Giants. And here's my upset in week 17. I'm going with Joey B, Jamar Chase, and the Bayou Bengals to give the Chiefs their first loss after what will end up being a 7 or 8 game win streak. So I'm taking the Bengals there. Thoughts on that?
Definitely think it's possible. So if you're hoping to pick a game where the Chiefs are not going to win, that's not
That's
a
a
bad
good
option.
spot. Okay.
Like
Go ahead.
No, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a tough one too. So I'm gonna need your advice on this. Cardinals, Cowboys, they're both gonna be vying for a top seed. Obviously, at this point, the Cardinals will be 14-3, as we see on the screen here. 14-3 is already calculated as if they were to win, I believe.
I'd probably go Cowboys in that one.
Okay. I like that too. We're picking some upsets here in week 17. Colts over Raiders. Yeah, I like that. I think Carson Wentz is looking good. Easy pick here in week 17, Patriots over Jaguars. The Saints I am taking over the Panthers. The Bucs over the Jets, obviously. I'm going to pick another upset here. I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Titans here in week 17. Washington football team over the Eagles. Yes. Do you agree?
I do.
Okay. Chargers over Broncos. Yes. Do you agree?
I do.
49ers over Texans. Yes.
Yes.
Rams, Ravens. This is going to be a crucial game for both teams. I think Sean McVay is going to pull this one off, the away team.
I like it.
Okay. Seahawks over Lions, yes, even though neither team has a chance of making the playoffs. Mathematically correct. The Seahawks are now out.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Okay, and obviously the
Given
Lions
it's
are,
week 17 here.
Lions are out. Okay, week 17, last two games. Vikings, Packers. I've been picking the Vikings, and I'm going to take them again here as the away team. That's Sunday Night Football. Justin Jefferson's going to play the game of his life. Dalvin Cook fully healthy. I think that Vikings offense can play some hard-nosed football and beat that defense. The question is, will Aaron Rodgers be an MVP or will he just play a normal game? If he's an MVP, I think the Packers might win, but I'm taking the Vikings. Thoughts?
Given this game is in the frozen tundra, I would probably go with the Packers, but
okay.
It could go either way. So.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about the weather. Gosh, I might change my pick. Okay, I'll go with you here. I'm changing my pick. Packers over Vikings. And then to close it out for week 17, Browns Steelers. That's going to be a crucial one for both of them. It's in Pittsburgh, which is also very cold at this time of year, right?
It is.
You taking the Steelers?
Sure. I don't think either one of them is gonna make it in the playoffs. So sure, we can go with Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why that tie option is there.
I don't know either.
The NFL playoff machine thinks there's gonna be a lot of ties the rest of the year. That would be interesting if we had another tie. Only had one this year. That was the Steelers and who else?
The Lions.
Oh, yeah, the Lions. Okay, week 18. Here we go. Saints over the Falcons in Atlanta. Steelers at Ravens. I'll take the Ravens. Bills over Jets. Easy pick. Bengals over Browns. Yes, to maintain their 7th seed as I see it right now. If I were to take the Browns in that game, the Bengals would be out. You saw that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm taking the Bengals. Packers over Lions, yes. Titans over Texans. Let's give the Texans a win here in week 18. Okay. Colts at Jags, yes, Colts. Patriots, Dolphins. Can you even imagine the Dolphins winning against Bill Belichick in the last week?
Possible, but I'd be pretty surprised.
All right, we're taking the Patriots. Bears at Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. Washington football team. Here, let's see what happens if I don't pick them. The Saints get the 7th seed. This is a crucial moment here in this podcast, Steen. Did you see what just happened there?
I did.
If I pick the Washington football team, they are in the playoffs as a 6th seed. If I don't, and I take the Giants, then the New Orleans Saints are in the playoffs at 9 and 8. Realistically, take your Saints fan, New Orleans bias out of the question. Who do you think wins that game in week 18?
I would definitely pick Washington.
Okay. Well, I am going to activate my New Orleans Saints fan bias, and I'm going to take the Giants to win to help the Saints make the playoffs as the 7th seed. Eagles, Cowboys here. I'm going with whatever you go with.
Cowboys.
Okay. The Bucs and the Panthers. I'm going with whatever. Bucs, okay. Cardinals over Seahawks. Yeah, let's give the Seahawks an upset win in week 18 because the Cardinals are going to be in there either way. Let's see how that changes their seed. So we're going to say the Seahawks upset. Well, I'm going to say the Seahawks upset the Cardinals in week 18, which will drop the Cardinals to a 4th seed. Chiefs at Broncos. I'm going Chiefs. Let's see how that changes if the Broncos were to win. That would drop Kansas City all the way from a 3rd seed to a 7th seed. How crazy is that?
Yeah, they would not win the AFC West.
So correct.
Interesting.
Yeah. 49ers at Rams here. The 49ers would – wow, look at that. If the 49ers beat the Rams in week 18, they would be the 6th seed, the Vikings would be the 7th seed, and the Saints would be out. So the Saints need a lot of help here in week 18 if they indeed do lose to the Buccaneers and beat everybody else. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Thank you, Math Wizard. So Steen, realistically, again, you think the Rams pull this off at home, right?
I do.
Okay. But you did not think that the Washington football team would take a loss in New York, but I do. And that leaves one more game here, the last game of the season, the Chargers and the Raiders. And let's just see what happens if I pick the Raiders. The Chargers still make the playoffs as the 7th seed, but if they win,
they get a home game.
Yeah. Now, wait. I didn't mean to take the Broncos there, though. I'm taking the Chiefs. Okay, so the Chargers and Chiefs still make it, but that's the deciding game there is both of those games, obviously. The Chiefs at the Broncos, and then I'm assuming that's Monday Night Football in Week 18, and that's Vegas hosting the Chargers. Who would you take?
Probably the Chargers.
Okay. The Raiders don't make it either way if they win that game. So maybe they're going to try to get the better draft spot. Who knows? I'm going to take the Chargers either way. And there we have it, folks. Steen, thanks for the help. We're going to talk a little bit more about this, but if all these picks are accurate, which certainly they won't be, I will not go 100%. I might not even go 50%, but I think I'm going to be around 60 or 70% correct here. We picked a lot of upsets, especially in these final weeks. But here's what we're looking at. I'll read out the NFC teams, and then I'll let you read out the AFC teams and give me some thoughts. All right. NFC first seed Green Bay at 13-4. The wild card games will be as follows. The Saints will be at Tampa, so switching the playing field from last year. But how crazy is that? The Saints and the Buccaneers, if the Saints can pull off winning every game except the Bucs, so they'll go 1-1. According to my prediction, they'll go 1-1 during the regular season, and that will match them up against Tampa Bay as the 2nd seed, the Saints being the 7th seed at 9-8, the Bucs being 13-4. Okay, does it allow me to pick from here?
It does not.
Oh, well, that's a bummer. So this is but that's okay because I'll just tell you what will happen after we go through the AFC teams. But the other two games for the NFC wild card is number 6 seed Minnesota at 3rd seed Dallas. Minnesota would finish as the Saints at 9-8. And Dallas would finish at 12-5. And then the final game, the first round wild card games, the 5th seeded LA Rams, who finished 12-5, at the 4th seeded Arizona Cardinals, who also finish 12-5. AFC teams, take it away.
Yeah, according to these predictions, we'd have Baltimore getting the first round bye. Buffalo hosting the Bengals in the wild card game, as well as the Chiefs hosting the Chargers in the 3-6 seed, and then the Colts with a rematch against the New England Patriots in the wild card game.
Yes, indeed. Okay, this is shaping up to be a good playoff if this goes as follows. But there you have it. The Ravens and the Packers will be the first seed for each side, AFC and NFC. And will I have either of those teams in the Super Bowl? We'll find out right after a word from Helm Paint.
Do we have paint? Helm, yeah, we got paint.
We've got the best quality Benjamin Moore paints in stock and ready to go.
Helm, yeah, we can match that color. We can match any paint color. window treatments, plantation shutters, and blinds, and top quality wall covering. Helm Painting and Decorating has all you need.
From our family to yours, thank you for being a Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore customer.
Welcome back to Talk Culotta, where we talk a lot of sports. We're still here with math wizard Patrick Steen, and we're looking at my predictions, which he helped in some ways. I didn't always go with Steen's advice. Given this prediction, given this playoff picture, Steen, here are my picks for round one, and then what we'll do is maybe follow up another day and maybe look at the percentages from this week 14, and then I'll pick, my final games in the playoffs. But round one is all we're picking today. So it doesn't even include the Packers and the Ravens because they are on bye. But here I go. AFC, I'm taking the Bengals to upset the Bills. If this prediction goes as follows, 7th seed at 2nd seed, Bengals at Bills. I'm taking the Bengals. Chargers at Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. And Patriots at Colts. I am taking, wait for it, the Indianapolis Colts. I've been saying this not on the podcast, but in conversations. I think as good as Belichick is and as clean cut as Mac Jones has proven to be as a rookie quarterback, I just think it's going to be one of those years where the rookie quarterbacks go down early. And I think Mac Jones needs another year before he can make a deep run to the playoffs. So I'm taking the Patriots. Whether or not my prediction is right that they finish 11-6, whether or not my prediction is right that they finish as the 5th seed, they could by all means finish at the 1st seed, where they are right now. Correct, Steen?
Correct, yes.
They are in the 1st seed right now. I have them finishing as the 5th seed because I have Buffalo winning the division, which we've spoken about in the past. Whether or not that happens, I still think New England is losing their first playoff game. If they get the 1st seed, I think they're losing in the 2nd round. If they don't get the 1st seed bye, I think they're losing to whoever they play. It doesn't matter what team you put up against them, unless it's the LA Chargers. I could see the Patriots beating the Chargers, but looking at these other teams, what are your thoughts on that take by me, Steen?
Yeah, I would say it all depends on who they match up against.
Well, that's such a math wizard thing to say, Patrick.
I would probably take the Patriots over the Bengals.
Okay.
So I agree with you there. I'd take them over the Bills, take them over Baltimore. The Colts, Patriots would be close. Chargers would probably lose to the Patriots.
Yeah.
But I'd probably take the Chiefs over.
Okay, so you would take the Patriots to win against any of these teams except the Chiefs and then a maybe for the Colts.
Agree.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I like it. Yeah, at the moment. Right. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, this would be a cool little AFC playoff. I like all these teams. They're all good teams. They all seem to be peaking at the right time. And I love the upset of Joe Burrow over Josh Allen here, the 7th seed. I am not, however, going to be taking the 7th seed on the NFC side. As much as it hurts, I've already given the Saints too much love by saying that they're going to sneak in there, given all the losses that have to happen just in order for them to be a 7th seed and make the playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest here, Patrick. I'm going to take the Bucs here on the NFC side to beat the Saints.
Agree.
Okay. So given this playoff picture, given my predictions, the NFC side, as I mentioned, the Green Bay Packers have a 1st-round bye. The Saints will lose in Tampa. The Vikings are at AT&T Stadium. Our boy John Michael Rodgers will be there. And this is tough. I'm going to give the Cowboys some love here. I'm going to take the home team, but I just think the Vikings are going to sneak in there. I really do. Again, same situation. I'm giving the Vikings some love late in the season. They had a great win on Thursday night this week, and Justin Jefferson's just like the best wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, he's up there in that conversation, which is crazy that he and Jamar Chase are doing that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd say both are probably top 10.
Yeah.
So
would you take the Cowboys over the Vikings?
I would, yes.
Okay. What team would you not take the Cowboys to win in the first round here? Out of any of these teams?
I do not think the Cowboys would beat Green Bay.
Okay.
I do not think they'd beat the Bucs, and I do not think they'd beat LA.
Okay.
I think if they played Arizona, Minnesota, or the Saints, they would
win. Okay. Good to know. I am taking the Cowboys and the Buccaneers to beat the Vikings and the Saints respectively. Final game here for the first round. The Rams are in Phoenix. They are in Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Like Arizona Stadium's in Phoenix?
I believe so. Glendale.
Glendale. Okay. That's why you're here, Steen, for those references. So both teams finished 12-5. And correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, the reason that the Cardinals would be the 4th seed is because those teams are in the same division, the NFC West. And the Cardinals have a head-to-head win. Is that correct?
Yeah. So they would have played twice. If they didn't sweep the head-to-head, they would be on there because of a better record within the NFC West.
Okay. Got it.
Either way, it's in Glendale.
And I can't remember. Let me go back here. Week 17. When did they play each other? Cardinals.
Week 14 they played.
Oh, this week.
Yeah, and he picked the Rams.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals won the first one. The Rams win.
Okay, got you.
So they have a better.
That's great. That's great help.
Divisional record, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So but the Cardinals won the first time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's interesting. The Cardinals and the Rams are going to play each other, according to my prediction, in the first round of the playoffs. They would split the games during the regular season because I'm taking the Rams to win here in week 14. And the Cardinals would win by tiebreaker, which, as you said, is wins in your own division.
Correct.
Okay. Take it away, Steen. This one's killing me. Give me your breakdown. Give me your reasoning. If I put a gun to your head and you had to pick a team.
I would take LA.
Okay. Because of Sean McVay, because of Matt Stafford, because of Odell Beckham, because of their defense, because Kyler Murray. Why? Give me a why.
I think that their defense is stronger, and I think the Cardinals have Hopkins, and that's about it, whereas the Rams have Odell, Cup, just kind of some better overall weapons.
Yeah. Okay. But Patrick, I do appreciate it. We're going to continue here in Talk Culotta with Chris Connor, who is a Twitter space master. He is a Pelicans wizard. But I can't thank you enough, Math Wiz, for joining me. Let's see how close we are in our picks, and let's follow up again soon. All right.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.